Hey, well, happy Friday, everybody. I'm Nick Slavic. I'm the proprietor of the Nick Slavic Painting and Restoration Company. I'm also the host of this show, Ask a Painter Live. It's a weekly live Facebook show where I use my over 2 decades as a painter, a restorationist, and an entrepreneur to answer any of your questions live here. Now, this is a forum for pros and for homeowners. This is a place you can ask a huge group of professionals anything you've ever wanted to know about painting. And for pros, we can talk marketing, coding science, application, apprenticeship, accounting, anything else you'd like to do. So today is a very special show. This one is brought to you by the PDCA, the Painting and Decorating Contractors of America. It's also brought to you by Sherwin-Williams, a great partner here. And Sherwin-Williams and Purdy are very closely affiliated. And today I am going to show you some of my favorite Purdy tools and what I base a lot of my business on. Where the rubber of Nick Slavic Painting and Restoration hits the road is in the applicators. And I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones. And I'm actually going to show you some of my training that I give my people about these applicators too. So down here, any questions, any experiences, your favorite brushes, your favorite rollers, your favorite tools, things like that. Let's all talk about this. If you have any unique uses for any of these things, I'd love to hear about it. Also, kindest thing you can do for me in this show is to share it. Let's get more people involved. Let's get some more like-minded homeowners, contractors, other tradespeople involved, and let's keep raising the standard of this industry. So today, the Painting and Decorating Contractors of America submitted the Contractor Question of the Week, and I get this all the time, but this is one because I announced the Purdy show that I got a few more. Was that Nick? What do you use for brushes? What do you use for roller covers? And this is something that I answer many times a week. So now we will talk about that. So and also again, any comments, any questions down below here. So number one, Purdy, been around since 1925. They're based in Portland, Oregon. A guy by the name of S. Desmond Purdy started the company. I will actually be in Portland for the PDCA Craftsmanship Forum coming up within the next month or so here. And we're going to go on a tour of the Purdy factory. So I'll actually get to see where all these things are made. Also, I probably should take, Ivan, how are you? Bom dia, my friend, down in Brazil. I probably should take this time to mention that I am going on my Northeast tour in about a week and a half. So if anybody's interested in getting 2 master's classes live from me a day, I'll be going to 4 states in the Northeast. If you're interested, go to the PDCA's website right here. There's actually a link on the front. You click on that, go see me. And here, October 8th through 11th, it'll detail everything you need to see. It tells about my cabinet, millwork master's class on finishing. I go deep into the science and the methods, and then my 4 states. So I'll be going to Massachusetts on October 8th. We'll be going to Connecticut on the 9th, New York on the 10th, and Vermont on the 11th. And I think something is in the works right now where there's going to be a PDCA council meeting one of those nights too, and I may actually be going to present a master's class to some of the PDCA members at one of the councils. So if anybody's interested in any of this, you can contact me, you can contact the PDCA, and all the information, registration is there for you. I modify my master's class every time I give it, so this is up to the date. I try to find the best practices, best science I can, and then relay them to you, and I use it as a forum to not only dispense some of this information, but also improve my processes, because every time I give one of these, I get input back that improves my own processes. So get this cat out of here. So we're going to talk about Purdy today. So like I said, 1925, Portland, Oregon. They have about 450 employees. I will be there to tour the factory. If my plane gets there in time, it's going to be an awesome tour. I'm going to do a bunch of videos and photos if they'll let me, but I will certainly relay the information that I get there. So number one, if you want to go to Purdy, the website, purdy.com, whole bunch of fun stuff going on over there. They got the resources. They got the full tool catalog, which is pretty cool. You can look through everything that Purdy makes, little history of the company, things like that. Also really cool, and I'll kind of show you guys this here. If you dig through the tool catalog, I really like images, like infographics and stuff. And they have a whole bunch of, lost it there. So if you're looking for a brush and you want to figure out on the continuum, is something have a soft bristle or a stiff bristle, what it's used for, they got awesome infographics about that, where they list all the different kinds of brushes there. They also have it for rollers, roller covers. So if you dig into this stuff, this is super cool. You can actually see, because there's a lot of different products, and there's a whole bunch of different, there's a bunch of trade names for the things that they're made out of. So, Chinex and Nylox and things like that. And this is an infographic that'll actually tell you and show you pretty concisely what it's all about. So Purdy.com actually has a tool selector where you answer a couple questions and it'll direct you in the right direction there. There's actually reviews there for all the tools, so you can read a bunch of pros reviews. I was on there in the last couple weeks here looking at some brushes I haven't done before, and there's actually reviews, and most of them are actually from professional painters too, which is actually kind of cool. Videos, tons of videos. They actually have videos about a lot of specific things. So if you've never used like a ox hair brush, you can go there and it can actually show an application, maybe describe what it's used for to help kind of guide your way there. And then a whole bunch of tips and techniques on there as well. So obviously they have brushes. They're known for the brushes. They have the roller covers, they have the frames, they have the poles, they have the trays, a lot of prep tools too. Scrapers, putty knives, joint compound knives, wire brushes, things like that. Buckets and containers. So one of the cool things, they got a bunch of new stuff too. One of them is a brush we'll get to in a little bit. They have a sort of a rolling bucket that you can roll off both sides, called the dual roll-off bucket. So in 18s and 9s, you can get these big buckets where instead of just one sort of ramp in there, there's two, which is actually pretty cool. You can go from both sides. So either a couple people can work, or you set the bucket, the rolling bucket, in the middle of your wall, and then you can roll from the right, roll from the left, and you don't have to move it around like that. So they got a bunch of full finishing tools too. I've used those in the past, some of the softer brushes like that when I used to do quite a bit more full finishing. So one of the cool things, I was reading